Thank you for listening to SSB Wannabes. Make sure you keep up to date by following us on Twitter at SSB_Wannabes with 1E. Sometimes our schedule gets the best of us and we can't record when we want to, so keep your eyes on Twitter and you'll always know when the new episode is up. Anyway, enjoy the show. SSB Wannabes, episode 24. My name is JD.
Yo, this is Wasabi. What's good?
And for those of you just joining us now, we are two up-and-coming Melee players trying to take the game seriously, do our best, compete, get better, etc., etc., etc. And Will, we're gonna throw it to you. We got some new life developments. I am really excited to hear about it.
Yeah. So it's been a pretty slow Melee week. I went on vacation. I missed out on SmashCon for the girlfriend's birthday. Very understandable. Would not miss it.
Yep.
But went up to Vermont, which was super cool. But while I was in Vermont relaxing, I got a job offer actually.
Yo.
So I'm really excited. It's at this biotech company. It's doing similar, research related stuff. But I think, even though it's like a lateral move, which I'm a little bit worried about, I think it's gonna be. I'll be able to like build and learn a lot of new skills, and also like work at a startup and see how startup culture's like, and have like a lot more room to grow like professionally. So it's sort of like I'm not too sure where it's gonna go, but I'm really excited. But obviously that means some big changes going forward with Melee and stuff like that. I don't know the hours yet, but I mean I know that I won't have Wednesdays off anymore, so I think I'll have like a regular 9 to 5, maybe a few more late nights. But what's nice is that I actually don't have to accrue vacation hours, that the personal time off is flexible. So it's taken when you want to.
Yeah, I think that's probably better for a Melee player,
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's going to just change a lot of the way I practice, and it might be a little slow, but it's good because, September seems like a pretty slow month up until Big House.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that and then like with, what we talked about last time, like doing a lot more solo practice and stuff.
Good. You're still on that on the slow and steady grind?
Slow and steady is definitely the word right now. Like I definitely feel like I've been improving. I got actually an incredible 4-hour session with Nico with Ryobeat like last Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So that was super, super fun, but definitely still slow and steady. And then I think I'm going to get my new PC today. So I'm going to swap over to the netplay grind because, it's hard to find people in New York now.
Well, I'm definitely down to netplay from time to time because I got that netplay set up on lock.
I am so down. I need practice against your Fox as it irritated me last time.
Yeah, our last session was pretty fun. Well, I like that you are, keeping it like low key when you have shit to do or whatever. And then like bursting out with these long sessions. I actually think that's optimal. Because you can't do just one or the other and get like considerable gains and improvements.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is that I always keep it too low key and I don't have those big bursts. And a lot of players will have like every day just grind, 4-hour sessions all the time, and just burn out. So I think it's really cool to like just kind of keep it, plateau up until those long one-on-one, grind sessions with obviously is Nico like top 100 this year? He's probably gonna be top 100 this year.
I would bet money on it. And
yeah, me too.
I'm not one to bet, so that says a lot.
Well, you bet last time on our pod, so there's
that's
that.
True.
But I think you got a really good thing going. Plus, now you don't have to worry about what your next job's gonna be. You just get to it's gonna be a transition, obviously, with the new job, but I think September, as you said, is a really good month for that to happen. What's going on in September? Isn't there like Smash Camp? I think I'm bailing on Smash Camp, to be honest.
I was never committed. I don't think I want to save the funds. I got I just want to save the funds, honestly, is the biggest thing. I wasn't like fully into it. Like I really want to go, don't get me wrong, but
Right.
I just wasn't feeling it. even without this new job, just because of all of the life changes. And then
Mhm.
now that I just started a new job, I'm definitely going to be very low key. And then might consider big house, but we'll see. It might be like a in terms of majors a quiet year for me, but definitely regionals and stuff like that. I'm looking to capitalize on. I don't know. I think it's also because uh, I was having this conversation happened a while ago, but I was talking with Aziz with Hacks, and he was talking about how I've been like looking pretty good with Fox lately and improving, even though he's still like 3-0'd me. Uh, but I was talking about like the 100 and stuff like that, and he said like something actually really like grunt, like just very like upfront about it. But he's like, yeah, but like you just have to get on the tri-state first, right? And I'm like, holy shit, yeah, like I'm looking a little too far ahead. Like I did cross country running, and when they tell you when you're going up a hill, you want to just look a few feet ahead of you, just like right
Mm,
where your feet hits, and you don't want to look at the top. But recently that's sort of changed where, I'm not even thinking about top 100 right now. And I know I'm like still moving towards it, and that's enough for me.
right.
But the goal is tri-state. And so I want to focus on the regionals and focus on what's ahead of me first and take it step by step.
Yeah. I really like that. There's a few little things that I kind of disagree with. Not like disagree, but I think there's some points to be made about it.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
when like in your situation, I think you're absolutely right because you're not planning on going to majors, and without majors, you don't stand a chance anyway.
Yeah.
Like you just straight up won't be eligible. And like I know you're practically at that level. Like it's not about the skill,
Hmm.
it's about just like eligibility and results. Um, so it's interesting because I think that there's worlds where people can make top 100 and not be eligible for their local
Hmm.
thing. So that's the only point I'm trying to make is like sometimes that's not the case, but you're absolutely right in terms of mindset, right? Like and if you and I'm guilty of the same thing. It's very easy to kind of get like into the big picture of loftiness and big goals and dreams and all that, and then you miss out on things right in front of you, whether it's the day-to-day practice or which tournaments you end up going to or just being in game and you're thinking about those things. So in that sense, like I think he has a really strong point that the locals and the regionals should be like number one priority for all of those reasons.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I think it was a great reset,
Hmm.
because it's like something like I think I was saying spouting some stuff where it's like, yeah, I know I can get there and stuff like that. And like that's not necessarily any less true. But that's not what's important like in front of me either.
Right.
And I think that's the big thing. It's like just like when you're playing against someone, right? You don't want to be thinking about like, if I'm playing you and I'm thinking about like, oh, I got like two Saint necks.
Right.
It doesn't matter. I'm still playing you right now.
No, it's a killer. That kills people's runs all the time.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, so I'm glad Hax is giving you that sage advice.
Yeah, I'm surprisingly close with the guy.
Hmm.
Just from traveling a lot with him, because like there's only been like this is like a big criticism of the New York players. There's only been like four consistent travelers out of the city, like
Yeah.
strictly the city, and it's me, Hacks, Big Kid, and Ryobi.
Yep.
So it's been good with Big Dad carrying us all because he's the only one with a car.
Hax has a car.
Yeah.
Big Dad Hax. Daddy Hax money.
No, not Big Dad Hacks. Big Dad like Leighton, Big
Oh,
Kid's
Big
dad.
Dad. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Hax got a new nickname and I was like trying it out. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. No, that makes more sense. Big Dad is the tournament chaperone.
Yep. He is.
Oh
He
man,
always brings the smoothies.
he brings smoothies.
Yeah, that's why Slox, whenever Slox rides with him, he made this tweet where it's like, this has been the sixth tournament where like Layden's dad has just gotten me a smoothie without me asking.
That's so that's so nice, and it makes you feel loved. But it's
Yeah.
also like nutrients. Like like objectively what your body needs. That's amazing. Shout outs to Big Kid's dad.
Yeah.
Oh man. So okay, so you got a new job. That's incredible. When you making the switch?
So I everyone around me is telling me to like so I submitted my 2 weeks. So after August, that's my August 30th is my last day.
Okay.
But I could take, 2 weeks break, or I could go straight into it right after Labor Day. And honestly,
Mm,
even though everyone's saying like, "Oh, take 2 weeks," like I kind of just want to get it started. So I want to start September 3rd, just so that like then I can get my life in order, right? Because like the 2 weeks, I feel like I don't need. I'm not burnt out, or I need to like reset my mind or anything. I just want to get into it and like start adjusting my life and start moving forward.
yeah, I love that answer.
Uh, Plus also like that's a week of pay. That's 2 weeks
That
of pay.
too. That too.
So
Would you get that? Is it just like 2 weeks in between, and that's the only time those 2 weeks exist, or would you be able to cash it in later?
um
Sounds like you wouldn't be able to.
I wouldn't be able to, yeah.
Yeah.
It would just be like a nice little 2 week break. But like I don't know what I would even do. Like I could play melee and I could hang and stuff, but like I already do that all the time. So like it's more to me like what stresses me out is just figuring out what my new life schedule is like. So
Right.
the easy answer is just don't wait, do it, and do it live.
No, I agree. Having 2 weeks off, like, actually, it stresses me out just thinking about it.
Yeah, right?
It's
It's
so
it's just
counterintuitive.
it's just not us.
Yeah.
Uh but also I got a pay raise. So maybe more
Yeah.
majors in the future, which I'm excited for. A substantial pay raise, which I'm excited for also.
You could be a higher level drugged fox patron.
I think I could afford it now. I don't have to sell my kidneys.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you had that as an option, and now you're not doing it.
Oh, but the other big news that
Yeah.
I'm thinking of adding is that, I knew I didn't want to go to grad school just yet, but I still think like grad school psych is in the future for me, like going into like maybe performance or sports psychology or just regular psychology and like therapy.
Right.
But this job gives me some education reimbursement, so maybe I might take like a
Ooh.
class or two in psych during that time. So I'm gonna add more to my schedule, but we'll see how that goes.
That'd be pretty sweet. You should start getting some. Is it like credits? You get like grad school credits?
Yeah, so like what it is like essentially I get like a 2,000 a year for like education reimbursements if I want to do classes or anything like that.
Dude, holy crap.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
it is. It's really good. I wish I could charge. Do you think they'll let me charge for drug fox lessons?
Ooh, maybe.
They also know I play Smash, so apparently there's a Smash club there too. So
What
I
the
don't know
hell?
if it's gonna be Ultimate or not. I hope it's Melee.
Probably ultimate.
I know, I know, and it's gonna be so weird, but it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to use a shit controller for Ultimate.
Just don't what? Just don't play.
What? Nah, you gotta get used. I like Ultimate's like fun enough where it's like, and I'm not good enough at Ultimate where I'll still play with like scrubs and stuff
Oh
with
yeah, I guess
gyms.
so. I'm being elitist. I'm sorry.
That's fair. But I gotta get them on the melee grind.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to corrupt them. That's the goal.
Good. Good, good. Yeah, man, I'm really happy for you. That's some real life developments right there, and I feel like it happened pretty quickly. It just like kind of bang bang. You decided you want to leave, and then you found a sweet job.
Yeah, it kind of happened like that, and I'm happy like because like it felt like with the old job like it was solid, but like I was like kind of more like like standing still. You
Right.
know, this one it feels like I'll move forward, so that's what I'm most excited about.
Yeah, that's great.
Also, it's a startup, so startup culture is really interesting.
Yeah, I work at a startup.
Yeah. Do you get free lunches and stuff?
No. Well,
Okay.
this is like a startup with like some venture capitalist money behind it.
Hmm.
One of those. Okay.
I feel that.
So that's not mine. That's that. If that's yours, then that's different than mine.
Got it. Yeah, mine is more biotech, but it's
Right.
very, very startup.
Word. Well, yeah, I want to hear updates. I want to hear how this thing's going.
Yeah, the package though is good. I just want to tell you that it's a really solid package, which I'm interested in.
Nice perks and whatnot.
Yeah, good perks, free lunches
Free lunches.
and dinners if I stay late.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. All right. You're real tech now.
Yeah, it's real startup culture. I just want a nap room. I don't think that's gonna be likely, but I want a nap room.
Well, man, I wish you best of luck. I think you'll kill it.
Thank you, thank you. And then I'm trying to see if anything else happened aside from that before we swap over. Oh, you know what's interesting? Actually, I got a doctor's exam. This is really random, not super random, but it could change things.
Okay.
Um, where I got a doctor's exam. So apparently, I got an underactive thyroid and some low T, like PPMD.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it like severe?
No, I mean maybe the underactive thyroid is a little bit. I don't know. I need to see an endocrinologist for it, so I'm doing that next week. But can you imagine me with more energy? Like that's what I'm excited for. Like, wait, so you're saying I'll lose weight and have more energy? I will take that.
Yeah. What? Okay. I've never envisioned you as a low testosterone guy, but
I know. I guess my swimmers aren't looking that great.
oh man. All right. Well, I guess. What else do you know about it? Was it just
That
like a one-time thing?
I just did a routine checkup that I haven't done in a while, and and it just came back, and then that's what I found. So uh might have to make some health changes and stuff, but it's interesting because like I'm just like oh I'm like PPMD now.
You had to switch mains.
Yeah, I gotta switch mains. This is why I can't play Falco.
Oh man, that was
But
low.
yeah, like imagine if just like my energy is more consistent and like slightly higher. Like that would be hype.
Yeah. Dude, I don't even know what to say about that. That came out of nowhere.
Dude, I told you it came out of nowhere. I
Yeah.
wanted the surprise factor.
Okay. Well, I guess keep me updated on how your swimmers are doing. Just keep pumping out those samples, making sure everyone gets a good look.
Yeah.
You know.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah. All right. Let's all right. All right. Let's get back to your stuff.
Okay. Well, yeah. Oh, cool. We're in there.
Yes.
So let's transition. So I went to SmashCon last weekend, and I don't know where to start. I tried to kind of get all my thoughts out. I like wrote a little blog about like how I was feeling, and spirits are pretty high, to be honest. Because it's funny. This is kind of like it's kind of the exact tournament I would have like logically wanted in a way. So I didn't like kill it. I didn't have like a crazy breakout run, but I don't feel like I deserved to have a crazy breakout run. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I took it very seriously, obviously. Like I did I'm happy that I kind of stuck to what I've been preaching the past few months.
Mhm.
Um like just kind of very tactic, take care of yourself, health, blah blah blah, sleeping, all that stuff, bringing snacks. And so I feel like I handled it very well and that my baseline play and baseline like energy was kind of, I couldn't ask for much more than that. Um, and I also felt like my mindset was where it needed to be too, where I wasn't like too tense. I wasn't like trying to brute force my will on anything or you know,
Mhm.
like I was right kind of where I wanted to be, and that makes me really happy about kind of the habits I've been developing lately.
Mhm.
And my attitude towards the game and my approach and philosophy really. It was kind of a very reaffirming tournament. So I'll get it out of the way. I got 49th. Um,
Nice.
and I was seeded 65th. So it's like a very clean, like up one stage of my seeding.
Yeah, and you beat Diz.
I beat Diz Kid, yeah. So I'm going to say it one time. I'm trying not to say it too much because, I deserve to feel good about the win. But Diz Kid hasn't been on the grind, like he's not
Oh, I
FTE.
know. He's a
So
musician that plays Smash.
yeah, so there's a lot of there was a lot of opportunity for me to say that to people, kind of as an instinct of like, no, don't compliment me. I don't deserve this
Hmm.
compliment, blah, blah, blah. Not that everyone was like swarming me or anything, but like, he used to be top 50 in the world. He used to be what, 25th or something? Like
Yeah, top
there's
25 for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, so there's pride to be had, but realistically he was seeded 60th. So it wasn't that really big of an upset. The difference was I do feel proud of how I played because he wobbled me. It was legal,
Yeah.
and game one he beat me last stock after I gave up a stock lead,
Hmm.
by just getting a wobble at like zero,
Yeah.
and I had to recover from that. And that was more of a mental victory than anything else because um, Diz could also beat me last time we played at the big house. He knocked me out for 65th. So
Hmm.
there was a big opportunity for me to kind of choke and to kind of fall into those like, mental traps or whatever you want to call it, and kind of fall apart. But I'm really happy that I didn't. And I two stocked him game three. Game two was like, I don't remember too much. It was really tense. It was like I got like a crazy shine spike, and then I beat him like I got like one stock. I beat him one stock. Um, but um, generally I thought I was just playing like good. I was playing like 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like just playing my game consistently. I wasn't going for crazy stuff. I wasn't running in with like shine dares. I was just playing the matchup, playing patient. Um, and I took it. And honestly, right after I won, I that was the most emotional I felt the whole. Obviously, that was the one like win I got, like big win.
Hmm.
But I was emotional and I let it kind of flow out and kind of enjoy it. Like this is great. This is how I should feel, and this is why I keep doing this. It was a very just reaffirming time in general, but that moment, I actually have a short like 3-minute vlog of. I have a bunch of video of vlogs too. Um,
Oh, dude, you should definitely put them together like we did at Genesis.
yeah, I really want to. It's going to take a little bit of time. I actually have a lot of time coming up in the next few months, like off time, and so I
Hmm.
think I want to really sit down and like put together a nice video from it. It's not going to be anytime soon, but I don't care. Um, but yeah, you're right. I want to do that because there was another time. So later on in the tournament, and this is just kind of staying on the Diz thing. He was playing with his band, kind of throughout the whole weekend. And at one point, they were like on the side, and I was walking to the venue, and I saw them. I'm like, oh, let me get some footage. So I started recording them, and they finish out a song, and Diz is on the mic, and he looks at me. He's like, "That's my buddy Jesse. I just want to give him a shout out. He knocked me out of winner's bracket, and
Oh
he's
my
a
god,
really
that's
great guy." And I'm recording the whole time, and I'm like, like grinning ear to ear. I'm like, dude, like, why?
oh my god, that's
Diz is.
such a Jesse. That's just such a Diz thing.
I know he's literally the nicest person ever. And that almost threw me off. And that's why I tweeted like your plan backfired because when he was like, "Hey, we got to play, right?" "Oh man, so good to see you. Oh, you're going to beat me this time. I know you're going to beat me this time. You're getting so good." Like he's just like complimenting me and I'm like, "Okay. I don't want to be an asshole because like trying to focus, but I don't want to like fall for the trap of not like putting
Dude,
my
I
game face on."
no, dude, I feel that. There's some players that I like specifically like that tries to counter me with that. And I'm just
Right.
like, oh, you're a homie, but not right now.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I've handled it well because I was still like happy to see him, and of
Yeah.
course, like yes, friendly guy. Like he's one of my like idols of just like mindset. Like
Hmm.
he's actually one of the people that I think of when I'm trying to, you know, find find out why I'm, like when I get really deep and philosophical, I think of DizKid very often.
Really,
As
that's
well, yeah. I
interesting.
mean, think about like his whole journey and the way he treats the game and just where he is now. Like
Hmm.
he is. I don't know. I hate to say like he's a musician first, but he's a musician. Like he creates and he's an artist and he plays Melee because he loves the game, not because he's trying to like reap some reward out of it, you
Hmm.
know? And so his journey of playing since 2009 or however long he's been playing has been fueled with a lot of the right reasons to play Melee. And it's not to make a career out of esports or any of these kind of things that we like to tack on, or at least I like to tack on as like monetary value. He's like, I love the game. I'm going to keep playing and entering and being a part of the community because I
Hmm.
love the game. Um, and so, it was his loss this time because he hasn't been grinding. So, your boy coming in 20 minutes a day, taking that W. But um, it's just like it's very nice to know that he he's just still around, and that he gave me a
Hmm.
fucking huge shout out and I got it recorded. That was pretty cool. Um, but on that whole like nice guy thing, I'm just gonna keep dumping out. Like I have so much to talk about, so I'm just gonna keep rolling.
No, no, no. Keep rolling, and I'll jump in. I'll jump in
Word,
from time to time.
word. Yeah. So I was talking to Mog because um, me and Mog were actually hanging out a good amount throughout the weekend. And I was talking about like how Diz was like being nice, and he's like, "Bro, I'll do the same thing. Like, I'll straight up, I'll be like, yo, you want to hit my jewel? You want to like vape a little bit? Yo, you trying to smoke after this? Blah. Like, I'll get in their head, bro. I don't give a fuck, yo. All's fair in love and war. You know what I mean? Like, I'll fuck with them like heavy, straight up, right before the
No, dude,
match.
I
Get in
I
their head.
appreciate it, dude. I
Yeah,
I like that. I like that tactic, dude.
yeah, because it's on. It's not like it. If it was the other way, where you're trying to like aggro, intimidate them, like be a dick,
Hmm.
totally different vibe. But it's fun that there's this like mental mind game around being nice and being a homie, and
Yeah,
that the only way to counter that is to like reciprocate, but like get your own shit together. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's like keep your friend, and no, it's not that like everyone that's nice to you has this in mind,
No,
right?
no,
But it's just like the old saying, right? Keep your friends close, your enemies closer.
right?
And and the game starts when you see the guy, when you
Hmm.
sit down, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And and you can say what you want, but that's to me that's when the game starts.
Right.
Uh and yeah, I'm a more very like I'll just tune you out and play
Yeah.
sort of thing.
That's probably the best way to go about it. Um,
I mean, I don't think there's
yeah.
a right or wrong. Like it just depends on your personality, you know?
You're right. You're right. I think that there's got to be some level of tuning out. Like you need to you have to like not think about the other person. You have to only think about their character, right? So you have to it's like the opposite of what you're supposed to do in game where you're not supposed to look at your own character, right?
Mhm.
Um but outside of it, you're not supposed you should not like focus on who you're playing as a person in my opinion because that goes I don't know if there's any time for that to be a benefit unless you're thinking like okay this guy plays like this that's more
Yeah.
focusing on the character so that's gameplay you know what I mean
Yeah.
but if you're thinking like oh shit this guy's like yo I'm playing slocks like he's ranked or oh this guy's a scrub he's not good like
Yeah.
anything like that or um just getting into like oh tiramisu is such a nice guy like I just want to hang out with him after like I don't know if there's any benefit to thinking about like who this person is. Um, but now that I say that, if they get salty really easily, then then you should get them salty in game.
Oh yeah, there's actually a funny story where
Yeah.
so you know who does this, and he's just a very genuine nice guy. But it's Guava.
Okay.
You remember Guava, the Peach player from
Yeah.
NYU? Yeah. So he does this, right? He like loves talking during playing, and that's just how he is. Like even in friendlies, you know.
Yeah.
And and so for me, I kind of try to stay more quiet. But there was one time, it was during that run where I beat like Itai in New Jersey and stuff for second at that Tasty.
Hmm.
But um So he's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up? What's good?" And then he's like talking to him. I'm like, "Yo, where do you want to go?" He goes like, "All right, yeah, let's start FOD." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, cool." We play, right? Then he like is like, almost near deathing me. Then goes off stage, like overextends a little bit, and I just jump shine him,
Oh,
and I see that he's visibly upset.
nice. Okay.
And I'm just like, yeah, all right. And then like I just played it from there, but like and that's how I got into his head, where it
Yeah.
was just like, all right, now it's time.
Now then you lean into that. You
Yeah,
weren't you didn't go into like talking to him outside the game, did you?
no,
That's
no.
next level. That's like almost aggressive actually. Just-
What do you mean I
you
didn't talk to him? Like I just he was like visibly upset. He's like, oh come on, and I'm just like, all right, like let's push, let's make him more frustrated. Let's let's let him end himself, sort of
yeah.
dig his own grave.
No, that's so true. That's so real. I think it's just Peach players, man. I think Peach players got this.
They're sneaky. Peach players, they're all so nice and so sneaky.
Oh
Same
yeah, they'll
same for
backstab you in a
Debrief.
second, dude.
I know, dude.
I don't trust them.
Yeah, dude. Nico Beats like talking to you, and then finally, then he just tries to swag out on you with like sub float up airs.
Yeah, you
Ugh,
can't. You don't never
disgusting.
trust a Peach player.
Disgusting.
Um, speaking of never trusting Peach players, I so I hung out with Jolie Polioli, JPO,
Yeah,
Joel.
JPO sick.
And it was cool because like I've known him for like 5 years, right? Like we started
Mhm.
playing at a very similar time, but we never really got to hang out. And we like roomed together, drove down together,
Yeah.
um, and like just we have very similar like senses of humor. He cracks me up. He's the best.
Hmm.
Like I love the guy. And so I was talking to him about this theory. I'm like, bro, like do Fox players like each other more? Like, is there a Fox player click? And he thinks about it for like 0.2 seconds. He's like, yeah, absolutely. And I think Fox players like each other more.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd say I'd agree with that. There's like a respect to it.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't think it's bad. Like I usually don't see a lot of Fox players like being like mean girls, just like
Mm.
only sitting at the Fox player table or, tripping the tripping the low tiers, like I don't think that's kind of where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely the respect, like um people don't get it a little bit. Like if you don't main Fox or like at least play Fox a little bit, um even if you like have a secondary Fox, and this kind of pisses me off sometimes, where someone will have like a secondary Fox they'll have like for one matchup or something.
Yeah.
And they'll refine it really well to that matchup and they'll do well. You
Yeah.
know, they'll just like whatever, that's their thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they don't respect. Maybe I'm just being like super defensive here, but
It is interesting.
I feel like they don't have the same like understanding of like the difficulties. Because if you're just playing Fox for one matchup, you're like it's not even close to the same thing as being a Fox main.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there's just all these like that's just one example of like things that we have in common as Fox mains. But it's just kind of an interesting theory that I've never thought of before. And I'm gonna keep an eye out for other times where I'm like obviously favorable to
Mm-hmm.
another Fox main.
I think the most the most like loudest click are Peach players. Going back to it, I feel like
Loudest, absolutely.
I feel like it's just like, yeah, Peach, Peach, Team Peach, yeah, 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 and it's just like that's not a bad thing, but I just feel like on Twitter I'm just like, hey, let's see some sick Peach dittos. Look, it's Ryobeat and Lod.
Sick Peach dittos.
Yeah, I don't know. I
That, that
just feel like Peach. I think the Insta friends, right? Like the did we just become best friends now? Or Peach players?
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think of all the Peach players I know, and I know they definitely have respect for one another. Um, I always feel like there's like this underlying contempt, like
Interesting.
very very small and subtle, but I think that if you are a Peach main, you like you love the other Peach main or you hate them. It's like one or the
Interesting.
other.
I could see that. I feel like Fox, it's like you just are like you pass each other on the street and like you just give a nod,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, at
Peach
minimum.
players, like you'll go for the hug.
I dig it. I dig it, especially because there's obviously less Peach players in general.
Yeah.
Um, all these like character communities are very very interesting. Um, just to kind of swing it into this into a 1v1 I did recently with Small Hands Brian from Ohio.
Yeah, yeah, the Mario man.
Yeah, so he was actually talking about like the Mario community and
Interesting.
how there's like no Mario community, practically
Oh no.
non-existent. Like the Discord is like him and this one other dude. I don't remember the tag, but
Mm.
um like there's just like no one in that community, and it makes you really think like how lucky we are as Fox players. Um, not just because we play like the best or the second best character in the game, but um, the fact that we just have this instant understanding and respect for one another, and I feel the respect from other Fox players,
Mm-hmm.
um, especially from those who struggle against Peach and Puff. For some reason, they're like nicer to me. They're like, dude, you're good at those matchups. I'm like, yeah, you're good at every other matchup, so I respect you. You know what I mean? Like, there's this
Mm-hmm.
very mutual love, and being like a mid tier, especially at like a mid tier like Mario, who is like underrated according to Small Hands Brian. I tend to agree, but like compared to even Dr. Mario, you know what I mean? Like just the fact that there is no love given to them. It's just very interesting to think of how
Mm-hmm.
we have different experiences with Melee with the different characters that we play.
Yeah, that's definitely really true. I think it becomes most apparent when you're looking for friendlies. I'll always sit down with the Fox player for sure.
Right.
Or Spaceys in general. You're like, oh yeah, this will be fun. This will be a good rotation.
Right. Even like
Yeah.
bad spacies, even someone that's like lower level, I'm like, yeah, I'll dunk on this Falco for a little
Yeah.
bit.
But how is the rest of like your Smash Con? So like as a player, but as a viewer or even as a content creator, let's go there.
Sure.
Like you streamed a bunch of matches. Like I saw Panos versus Toussaint, Nerd versus Tim the Bones. I saw Pig versus Panos. Like, how's that for you? Like, did you
Felt
like
good.
catching that?
Felt good. Um, I enjoyed watching people come in and kind of knowing that I was playing a role in like bringing communities together.
Hmm.
I was really happy I got to stream because I was really conflicted when I was streaming Pig Panos over um, what Facebook group to stream it on,
Yeah,
and um, I just happened to go with Capital Region. I just feel a stronger connection
yeah.
with Upstate than with Jersey. Like no disrespect to Jersey, love New Jersey, but I just kind of felt that, and it ended up being the right call because Pig won.
Hmm.
But it was just really cool. Like Pig was very appreciative, and it was nice seeing like nerds run. And then, oh, dude, I fucked up so hard because Dark Tooth versus Tiramisu.
Yeah.
I was there in the beginning,
And you
and
left?
for whatever reason, yeah, I like took a phone call or something, and then came back. And game two, oh my god, game two ended with Darktooth doing last stock, right? Darktooth
Yeah.
back throws Tiramisu. Darktooth is at like 5%. No, who's at 5%? Tiramisu was winning percentage wise. So
Okay.
Darktooth grabs him, back throws him off stage, FOD.
Hmm.
Tiramisu DI's back and then drifts back to do an up B. So Darktooth goes out, like full hops out.
Oh, he just does K-On?
Yeah, but he doesn't shine him. He dares him.
Down.
He
Okay.
does a down air. And then they both start with their up B at different times.
Oh
They
my
both
god.
go up. Bro, they both die at the same frame.
Oh
Same
my
same
god.
exact frame. And they look at each other and there's this huge crowd and everyone's like, "What's going on? Like what the fuck?" Everyone's freaking out because like when's that ever happened? Like how often does that actually happen? Especially
That
like
yeah.
for 33rd or whatever at a major, it was wild. So
That is wild.
they had to play a one stock a one stock game to like tie or to break the tiebreaker, and Darktooth won. He won 2-0. But I was just looking around like I can't believe this was the one match
Oh
I
my
didn't
gosh.
stream. I was so mad at myself. And it's no use
Oh man.
dwelling. Like I'm not too caught up on it, but like oh my god, dude, it was insane. And I think I'm just gonna never I think I'm gonna like just make a point to stream way more in top 64 because it just brings value, you
Mhm.
know?
Can I be critical actually on you?
Yeah, do it.
I think it was a good start, but I think you gotta up it. You gotta make it better next time.
You want
I
me to
think
commentate?
yeah, I think you gotta like whisper at least. I think like maybe getting like a tripod and like some extension mic so you can move a few other feet away and just like kind of just talking to the mic, like hold your hand over it, like like what I'm doing with the mic right now, like just hold your hand over it and like to just make sure that like you block as much sound as possible for the players.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like I think you could even if it's like a light whisper and like as long as just like oh like oh whatever like I think it would be really good. Like I think it would really up the content.
I
And like
actually love that.
and you're a commentator, so like as well as a player, but like you also love commentating, and I
Right.
think it's such a free way to get views, right? And even if then like you can save it and upload it to YouTube, like no one's gonna question the quality of it
Right.
because it's not like anyone else does it. Like what is it gonna say? Like, oh man, like this iPhone 8 camera really sucks. You're like, yeah, bro, because it's an iPhone 8 camera.
Right. No, I think you're actually really onto something. Because the main reason I didn't do that, and I heavily considered it, and I tried it like once, was that it's other people can hear it, but also the players can hear it. And so I was like, I just feel like I can't get into actually like I would have to really not give a shit what people think. And so I just decided not to do it. But the idea of having a little like being able to set up the camera and just like sit by the side and just do a little comm like that. I actually love that idea. And it
Yeah,
could even just be like a headphone jack, you know?
exactly. You just give a little feet away, block the sound, and try to be respectful. And like, if they really tell you to be quiet, then like, fine, be quiet, right? But
Right.
like, also they're getting their VOD recorded. I'm sure players wouldn't like. Yes, players might be annoyed also, but like, if you're top 64, like you've dealt with the crowd already.
Right. Right.
Like this isn't new shit for you, right? Like Darktooth and Tiramisu have been both cheered for and cheered against,
Yeah.
and like for those matches like you just I feel like those competitors it's like if you lose to the crowd then it's something to work on. It's not your fault because it could just be some other bozo yelling. The only thing is that at least you're giving them a VOD to rewatch.
It's true. Yeah, you're definitely spot on. Um I'm
And if
gonna
anyone blames you then I have doubts on them being a competitor.
nah man, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
dude,
do it. I'm
do
going
it.
to Shine. We're gonna I gotta the one thing I do need is like a external battery.
Yeah, and get some gear also, like a tripod just to stabilize it or something
Yeah, a tripod for
to hold the phone up. Yeah, you're writing it down. Write that shit down. This is a very real podcast right now.
yeah, I'm gonna look into it, man. That's oh, they're $15. Get out of town.
Yeah, like I'm also thinking I saw Rishi made a post. I want to get like just external audio because like audio's been really bad at majors lately or like at
Yeah,
events.
yeah,
And I'm like, oh yeah, like it's really important for me to hear like Falco side B, right? So like, that should just be a mainstay, and like half the players already have that.
bro. This is 42 inches. So good. Oh, you're the best, man. That's such a good idea.
You're welcome. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna argue.
I'm so looking forward to Shine. We're rooming together.
Yeah, we are. That's gonna be hype,
That's gonna be so fun, man. The whole weekend, just like our crew is so tight.
dude. It is
Um,
gonna be a tight room.
we're oh, we did the
Basic.
Walmart thing at SmashCon. It's so broken.
Yeah, I'll
Grocery
bring my
shopping is
panini press. It'll be hype.
yes. Um, yeah, man. Like just to run through the rest of it. There was um, there was this like little section on Sunday where like because we had to get our stuff out by 11, so we had all the shit with us. Um, and so there was this little section where you could just like get this like beanie chair, and it's just like a really you
Oh
can
yeah,
like
yeah.
lay on it, sit on it.
Those things. My sister has one in her room.
Yeah, they're pretty dope.
Yeah.
And I just like camped out there, charged my phone, played on my Switch, like just this like cheeky little game for like 3 hours. Um, and just like recharged. Like it was really nice feeling like I could have been grinding, I could have been playing
Mhm.
friendlies or like money matching, whatever, but I kind of just went with how I like what I wanted to do, and I was very guilt free about it. Um,
Mhm.
so there's like the optimal way to handle majors, and maybe I should have played more or whatever, but I had drank the night before, I was tired, I was hungover, like
I don't think you would have gotten good practice. You
yeah,
know.
exactly. And I think that what I'm trying to get to, like messaging wise, is um, majors are all about, I think, listening to your body, listening to yourself,
Mm.
and kind of like not overthinking any decision you want to make. So obviously, you want to make, you don't want to just follow your id completely and get fast
Mm.
food every time and blah. Like you want to be smart about specifically food. I think that's the one thing you should be disciplined on,
Yeah.
because that kind of affects everything else. But like if you want to play doubles with low tiers against some people you just met, like fucking do it, man. Like you're there to have fun. You're there to celebrate the game that you've decided to make a part of your life.
Mhm.
So whatever comes up, like don't feel like you have to. Obviously, this is going to anyone who's listening. You don't have to like turn it into the next big thing. This doesn't have to be the most important day of your life or whatever. You're there to play. You're there to enjoy the game, um, and you shouldn't. If you want to grind, fucking grind. If you want to like play for 8 hours straight, like just make sure you bring a water bottle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
So there's just like little things you need to take care of, and then the rest of it is, I really think there's so many ways um, to feel bad about how you deal with majors and to like have regrets. And
Mhm.
I'm just happy that I'm starting to really um, understand how they fit into my life the best. Um, and that's kind of where I'm at. Um,
That's
it really
awesome.
Yeah, so I think SmashCon really helped me understand myself and understand why I go to majors in the first place. Um, and the whole thing about like what you just introduced, I think is really gonna make make top 64. Like it's always been my favorite part of tournaments is
Yeah.
like
Top
round two
64,
pools.
top 32 is where the shit that you want to see.
Yeah, that's like the best. Even starting like sometimes there's some hype matches like top 192 or
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean? Like
I
starting
mean,
round
SFAT
two.
and Hacks played for 65th.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's going to be hype matches all over the place, and
Mhm.
being able to feel like I'm producing but just really just watching sick melee and talking over it, like it just feels like the right thing immediately. Like such an easy choice. It's hype, dude. I need it. Oh, maybe I should get like AirPods so I don't need a wire.
That could be interesting. AirPods. Yeah.
AirPods for the mic.
Oh, that's interesting. And you get AirPods then too, so you can be one of those people.
Yeah, everyone will respect me and
Probably.
think that I'm cool.
Probably would add some subscribers to us.
Oh yeah. I just edit AirPods into the kid a picture of me as a kid.
Yeah. Oh
Uh,
man.
yeah, maybe not. Let's see if I don't know if I'm missing anything. Top eight was pretty cool.
Top 8 was sick.
Top eight was sick.
I watched that for sure. That was a really interesting. I loved just how Leffen played, honestly.
Yeah, Leffen was just doing his Leffen thing.
Yeah, but I think there was this certain aspect of a lot of discipline in the way he played against HBox that like
Yeah,
it's like that's what you like are like that's what you want to see. Like I think that's just where Melee's going, like where it is like gonna be a little more disciplined than what it was before, and just because of all the defensive options available too. And I think that's what's gonna be really interesting about it.
right.
Um, Yeah, I mean, it just seems like we're just progressing that way, and being like it's more of like how fighting games are played now, just as a comparison. I know there's like a ton of different movement options, and comboing isn't the same, and stage position isn't as relevant, but just in general, like the amount of discipline in it is really interesting.
Right. And I'm really happy with LGL being implemented. It's
Hmm.
starting to become really mainstream.
Yeah,
Um, and I think it's important because I don't think it came up once. Like it's probably never going to come up. But the fact that you
it's
can't,
there.
yeah, the fact that it's there, it forces specifically Jigglypuff to like approach and actually do things.
Hmm.
Um, and not saying like Leffen wouldn't have won if it wasn't there, but um, it just yeah, maybe I'm putting it together and that's not what actually caused like Leffen to be so dominant, but it felt like it just felt right, like
Hmm.
everything about that set was like, yeah, this is how the matchup should be. Like this is how Leffen should be playing. It was just great.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't think the ledge grab one had anything to do with, but it's just like left and it's like yeah, that's how you play on
Right.
Dreamland.
Right. Ah, yeah,
Dude.
that's I think that covered everything. I tried out a new energy drink. I'm gonna shill for it a little bit. I think it's worth mentioning.
Okay, go for it.
It's this energy drink called Bang. Have you ever heard of it?
Okay, yeah, I've heard of it.
Um, and do you know anything about it?
Besides that, it's an energy drink. No.
So it's pretty much a sugarless energy drink with um, like a bunch of like micronutrients in it.
Hmm.
Um, I think has like what is it, creatine? I don't know if it, um, but I had it and like I've had a bunch of different energy drinks. I've obviously been a fan of Red Bull, and I think I found um, my new energy drink. Also, we're buying it. My company is gonna buy some.
Can I get some? I'll be
Well,
mad if you don't give me a gift
yeah,
basket.
likely. Well, I don't know if we'll have it in time. I don't know. I'm probably placing an order on Monday, and we'll have it
Okay.
afterwards. But um, realistically, it's gonna be stuff that I'm gonna try to have going forward. It's just great. Like
Yeah.
it tasted like a sugarless energy drink, but
Oh, really? Okay.
so it's not like, oh, this is delicious, but if you're an adult, you could get over it.
Hmm.
Um, but realistically, I think it's the best one. That's just where I'm at. We'll buy one at a store together, and you could taste the difference, and maybe we'll take a picture and get posted on Instagram or some shit. I don't
Okay.
know. All that doesn't matter. But I also had this meal replacement thing. It was like Soylent.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to say, was it Soylent?
Yeah. Is that like? Have you had it?
No, I know what it is though. I know like Joe Young drinks some sometimes.
Yeah. For majors, I mean, it was like $6, so it's pretty expensive. But um,
I mean, if you don't have anything else, then yeah, I think it's a good idea.
yeah, I think that, and I had like a banana, and then the energy drink, and I was just I was perfectly fine for like up till like 2, 3 o'clock. Um,
Hmm.
so it's just kind of finding these little products um, that are really easy to just like, okay, I need these things, and I don't want to focus too much on like, making a breakfast or going out and spending too much money. Like
Yeah.
finding new products is at this point very exciting to me because
Yeah, it's
now
about simplifying everything else around the major.
exactly. Um,
Yeah.
and so actually, let's talk a little bit about our about Shine, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we're going grocery shopping.
We're
That's
going
like
grocery shopping. Lots of
free as hell.
bananas, lots of potassium.
We're going up Friday morning.
Yeah, Friday morning we're going up. You're gonna meet at Jib's house. I'll
Okay.
meet you there.
Word.
Um, oh, you know what I did at Hog one time also? I think that's really underrated.
What's up?
Replenishing your salts is super important.
Salts. Okay.
Yeah, so I like a makeshift Gatorade you can do without like the sugar is just regular water, and I just did like a little salt, a little sugar, and like a little lime juice. But like that really helped me feel like hydrated like throughout the tournament at Hog, since it was like Hog is like underground, so it gets really toasty there.
Gotcha. Yeah. I actually think my company has some sugar-free electrolyte mixes.
Yeah. Ooh, bring that please, because
Oh,
I think that's super important. Like, it's not just staying hydrated. You want to replenish your electrolytes.
yeah, I didn't even think of that, man. Shit. Like I think there's so like the conversation right now is so simple with melee players. Like, oh, take care of yourself, right? Like I think that's where we're at is like an understanding that you can't, you need to sleep, etc. But besides this like water and sleep, I don't really
Mhm.
hear a lot of people actually going into stuff like this, like
Yeah.
electrolytes. Like I still don't really understand them, but it has something to do with hydration.
So yeah, so electrolytes are like sodium, potassium, and like other stuff like that. And what it does is it helps like the real basic science of it is that it helps with the electrical signals in your body, and it
Okay.
allows like muscles to fire and your brain to like fire as well. Because the way neurons work is using like sodium and potassium ions and like switching those two via ion channels uh to convey like electrical signals.
Right. Okay.
So it's really that. So there's the water portion of it, which is just to keep hydrated because you need water to run.
Right.
But electrolytes like really contribute into like the firing of electrical signals.
Shit. Yeah, all right. So another thing to pay attention to. Like I think if we just like plan it all out in advance, right? So I'm gonna try to grab everything I can, healthy snacks.
Yeah.
Protein is huge, like huge, huge, huge.
Hmm.
Um, some like little snacks like so we can eat before we play, but not be full.
Hmm.
I have some like trail mix nuts and berries and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so we're gonna really be able to like just take care of ourselves so efficiently and easily. Um, and just you won't have any Johns. I apologize.
Hmm.
You're probably gonna have to take full responsibility for your play.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Are you
When
okay?
have I done that before?
Yeah, are you okay? Yeah, I know you're big into making excuses. Um, but yeah, we'll be able to kind of set ourselves up for success. Um, and it's fun, like I said before, it's fun like kind of understanding new things and new parts of like how our bodies work in competition.
Hmm.
And it's just going to give us a consistent competitive edge as we learn and like understand ourselves more, you know, and are able to do it more like second nature. So we don't have to spend time thinking about it. We just set ourselves up and then can like warm up and practice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You leave the rest up to your play and everything,
yeah,
but
so,
you limit the variables that could affect it.
exactly. And I know we have a room that's like competitive and smart.
Yeah,
So we're gonna like get sleep on time. We're not gonna like, you know, make those mistakes.
exactly.
Shine's gonna be so sick. How far away are we from the venue?
Like a 10-minute walk, 7-minute walk.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be good.
Huh. All right. What else about Shine? Anything else on your mind going into it?
No, I mean, regardless of everything that's happening, my play's just getting better. So I can't really. I'm excited for it. Like the last like 2 months have been like really good growth months for me. So I'm just hoping to keep that up. Hoping to test it out against some new people. That's what I'm most excited for.
Word.
Excited for like all the money matches and stuff. And we'll see. We'll see if I can make a run and stuff. I think the fear of will I make it or will I not make it to Tri-State PR has like sort of subsided a little bit.
Good.
Um, I almost did this really stupid thing where Dargenics was like, "Oh yeah, you only need like 3 more to be on the NJPR." I'm like, "Oh okay, that would be cool." So I sort of planned out 3 trips to New Jersey to do it. It just
Mhm.
happened that all those times, like one, I was just tired, but two, like, am I going in with the right reasons for it? Am I going because I want to play or because I want to just like to get on NJPR?
Right.
And I realized it was a little more of the latter, and I was just like, you know what, like, no, like, don't go to this.
That's great. That is such a big revelation because it's very easy to get caught up in like thinking it's a bigger deal than it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And who cares? Like, it's Jersey. Like, And Jersey's a great Smash state for sure. But what I'm just saying is like if your heart's not in the right place, then it's not worth going to the event.
Right. Absolutely. So going into Shine, um, you want to just play your best. You want to, you just want to show up and do what you've been doing, or do you have any other goals? Like, let's say you're out of the tournament. Like, how do you want to handle the rest of the weekend?
The way I always do. Lots of money matches, lots of recordings, get a lot of data, see where I stand with the world. That's all I
Dope.
care about.
Dope.
Every major is the same. So I'll probably be super try hard. Uh, and then I have to figure out just when I'll bool, and then that's about it.
Oh, don't worry. You're chilling with me.
I know, I know, I
Oh,
know.
speaking of that, real quick, see me on land 4.
Yeah, I'm in.
You're in,
Yeah.
bro.
What day is it?
The 7th of September.
7th of September. As long as my new job doesn't kill me, I'm in.
Well, here's the thing. We're renting a room. We
Ooh.
I got a hotel suite.
Oh.
This room is myself,
Yeah.
JPO.
Okay.
Do you know Billy Boy?
No, but sounds like a nice guy.
Homie, good player, really good player
Sure.
from Philly.
Not Billy Bo Peep.
No, no, no.
Okay, okay.
Fox player from Pennsylvania.
Okay, got it.
Um, and then we got J Mook Patches.
Ooh. Ooh.
If you wanted in on the hotel,
Yeah, yeah, we'll talk costs and stuff.
yeah, like $30.
Oh, easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
um, yeah,
I'll be
dude.
making big boy money then.
Oh, for sure. And also we're just gonna like have an after party.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be dope.
Count me in. I'm like, I'm pretty much confirmed after I confirm with the girlfriend, and as long as my new job doesn't kill me that first week.
Dope. Man, we got some fun weeks coming up.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. There's that Pennsylvania one that I want to go to too, called Mike Valley.
Oh my, Mike's get free entry.
No, and it's but first 10 PR players that register get free registration and venue fee.
Oh, I thought it was just first 10 mics or all mics get free entry.
No, no, first 10 like PR players or 20 PR players,
Oh shit.
including us because we're on the New York PR.
So is it still? I'm looking at Mike Valley right now.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like it's like the successor of Smash Valley.
Is Smash Valley done?
The TO left, the main TO.
Oh.
He works for Dignitas now. So
Oh, good for him.
yeah, yeah, good for him. So I think so, but it's gonna be a good mix. I think it's like close to everyone, right? It's Ohio, New England, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania.
Right.
Like it's just like a good in the middle of everything. So
I
it's
think
like,
Mog is going.
yeah, let's go.
Shit. He's not registered. Let's get some. Oh, let's just. When is this?
End of September, I'm pretty sure. You want to just check? I'm on my back right now.
September 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I gotta run that through the gal pal as well.
All right. Well, we'll do that and rendezvous back.
For sure. Any final thoughts before we call it a day?
Nothing much. I mean, as long as I get my new PC today, I'll be net playing more. So hopefully I can get a lot more practice in. Yeah, I'm just hoping to get a lot more practice in like that and see how that works for me because the solo practice has really been helping. So I'm thinking of revamping how I practice in general,
Word.
and hopefully that will be good, especially since it's really goddamn hard to find some friendlies now.
Yeah, man. We gotta get on that net play grind, or else we're gonna fall behind.
Yeah, exactly.
Word. Yeah, man. I'm just trying to keep up my um, daily practice and you know try not to fall off and show up to shine with the same attitude. You know.
And hopefully some new tech so you can commentate matches.
Oh yeah, I'm about to order that like today.
Yeah, please do.
Word. Well, yeah. Thanks for the idea.
I've
I
definitely
can't.
told you that before, by the way,
Shut
but
up.
not that you listen.
Shut up. I only listen to you when we're on mic.
Yeah, I know.
Um, all right, man. I cannot wait for us to kick it in Boston. That's gonna be so fun.
It's gonna be super fun. And then and then I'll work on the Discord today. So that's exciting. So Discord coming soon.
Coming soon to a Discord server near you.
Near you.
All right, man.
All right, dude. Yeah. Cut it.
Cut it.